The only thing you can do to another person with your activity and production is piss them off. You two gypsy thieves. Shove it up your ass. For the entire 3 years that I have known you, I have printed out a photo of Tara Walker only once. And today her photo will fly into the trash again. Mari, listen. When I was approximately 17 years old, I also wanted to be a photographer. I was too lazy for photography, but the moment I found out that only rude, horny, disgusting, and sneaky bastards were applying to the field of photography, who very boldly take other guys' girlfriends away from them, and it doesn't bother them at all, but rather pleases them. I said to myself, even back then, you treacherous women, so you will keep supporting those whores and shoving your asses up them as if it were to infinity? I said to myself and realized, okay, so the profession of photography has started to be occupied only by professional assholes and horny, sneaky bastards. So I completely stopped doing it, I completely stopped respecting it, and I actually started to hate photography when I was 17 years old. And I said to myself, I will never be able to be as rude as those intrusive and pushy guys who constantly force themselves on whores and concubines and crawl up to them. I will never be able to spend my whole life among them. Mari Lane and Tara Walker, go to hell with your art, pack up your props, and go on with your circus to the next house. You are all just gypsy extortionists, frauds and thieves. You are constantly showing off, like sec breakdance dancers, from morning until night. Every single day you just show off. Your art doesn't actually bring anything beautiful or nice in the end. You just provoke and piss off people like me, and you do it deliberately. Your art is filth. In our country, we simply have more than enough of such rude and horny photographers. And you don't let normal guys like me have a single girl. You are pushing us out of the normal age-related social space. Such art photographers need to be beaten out of the streets with their whores and models. That is the only thing you deserve. And that is the only thing photographers deserve in the Czech Republic as well. You have completely closed off my path to becoming a photographer myself with those horny and rude photographers and filmmakers, which is what I wanted to be already when I was 17, when I saw those fat bastards, how women were pushing themselves toward them so that they would photograph them, and all the girls left their original, handsome, healthy, sporty boyfriends because of fat, rude bastards with a camera in their hands. So for the fact that this behavior of theirs has continued until today, all those bastards will go to hell if they are not capable of stopping in time and making room for people who are not rude as well. The translation is not completely correct, and artificial intelligence translated it a little more vulgarly than I wanted, but the overall meaning of the message was preserved. All of you, the whole bunch of you, are pretty big bastards, and it is a great shame that you are as arrogant as those Czech breakdance dancers. Look, Mari Lane, please understand that I have had enough of people like this. I myself have survived my own death, and it is very sad that I have to return among such assholes and live among such toxic artists. All you bring is pain. I don't mean only you in Portland, but artists here are actually arrogant idiots too. Your behavior and theirs cannot be tolerated forever. I wouldn't pay you a single crown for your sexual provocation and behavior. And it is good that there is still another phase and another field besides film, photography, and porn on the internet. And the other place where I can hide from you is seeing ghosts, visual hallucinations of ghosts around us. There are still other places where I can heal myself from your imagination. But overall, in conclusion, I want to say that I have really had enough of people like you, who are sexual extortionists, financial extortionists, and filmmakers. By that I mean that I can't stand any of you. And I don't mean only you, but all the whores on the internet who show off with their fat photographers. All these fat guys, photographers, and models are actually as rude as monkeys. That total arts thing you have learned, you actually use it only to cause harm, because you are village bumpkins and idiots. And now I'm going to have an ice cream journey, you two bitches. Goodbye, I'm saying farewell. And I just want to point out, don't say about yourselves that you aren't two bitches. when Devin Walker has also been treating me disgustingly for 3 whole years. Exactly. Devin Walker treats me like a butcher from a village meat shop in a grocery store. So go and collect your fans, but without me. I would rather hallucinate those ghosts and wait until those ghosts punish you so much that after all of this, you finally start behaving normally and friendly. Not only do you deliberately provoke people through your filmmaking, but as if there weren't already enough suffering, all of you in Portland are hunters. That is an absolutely horrible combination, which proves that you really are extremely evil and self-serving people, gold miners. So finally, in my conclusion, you deserve that alcohol more than ever before. For all of this that you have collectively caused to all the people on Earth like me. I don't know how to explain it. The artificial intelligence is too rude and impolite. I am sorry. Too vulgar. AI is too vulgar, but the sense of the message is good and appropriate. No, having visual hallucinations is not by itself a crime. In general, a visual hallucination is a perception experience, not a criminal act. You do not commit a crime merely because you see things that other people do not see. The legal situation can become different if a person acts on an experience in a way that violates the law. For example, damaging property, assaulting someone, or threatening someone. In some legal systems, hallucinations or other mental states can be relevant to questions such as criminal responsibility, capacity, or whether someone understood what they were doing. But that is different from hallucinations themselves being illegal. So, simply, I am experiencing visual hallucinations. I am committing a crime. I just asked you if they are a crime. I didn't ask you about people who hallucinate being pushed by others to commit crimes. No, visual hallucinations themselves are not a crime. Seeing something that is not actually there is not a criminal offense. There is no crime called having a visual hallucination. That is the direct answer to your question. Why do they treat me abnormally? Why does everyone behave abnormally toward me, not communicate with me, and act like idiots, but in front of other people in public, they pretend that they are normal and act as if they have never treated anyone as disgustingly as they treat me? Why do Mari Lane and Tara Walker do this? Why do they treat me disgustingly, bully me, and for 3 whole years have had no other plan with me, and then go out on the street and pretend to be normal people, and like old fat ladies who dance belly dance, that they are actually completely nice and normal, and in private with me, they behave like 2 bastards? Is that my schizophrenia? Is this what schizophrenia looks like in my head? By that I mean that Mari Lane and Tara Walker behave smilingly, communicatively, and normally toward other people in public, for example, in a restaurant over a beer. While in private, they treat me disgustingly. So is that my schizophrenia? This behavior of theirs? Tara and Mari Lane, I have been telling you this the whole time. You are 2 foolish women, and resisting your behavior is not my schizophrenia. And that both of you pretend in front of people out in public that you are normal, but you are not. You are 2 bitches and you need to get a nice mud wrestling beating. I'm submissive, so you would beat me, in fact. I am not a psychopath. I am normal, so I think you would overpower me, Mari Lane and Tara. But it doesn't change the situation of you both being cruel, unfair, and unfriendly bitches. I think you can be very friendly very quickly, only where money is flowing quickly into your pockets. There you are like ticks. You treat me disgustingly, but in front of people out in public, almost always, you act as if nothing ever happened. So Tara Walker and Mari Lane, I ask you, is this my schizophrenia? So then, if you all behave like this in America, like you do toward me, then I certainly am not looking for this kind of America, you stupid idiots. Just realize, Tara Walker and Mari Lane, that the girl who got me into a psychiatric hospital and wanted me to die there, well, she was fucked by black men and invited to America for a whole year and lived there nicely. A fat black man had sex with her all the time. And in the meantime, I was receiving electroshocks and hallucinogens. So I want to tell you, Mari Lane and Tara Walker, don't think that just because you treat me disgustingly and arrogantly, don't think that America is open to normal people. When you treat me like this, America is open only to whores and prostitutes from all over the world, Like that thief who got me into the mental hospital. For such bitches, America is open even for a whole long year. America is open to murderers, and not to normal people like me. Realize that, Tara Walker and Mari Lane, that you messed it all up. That you are not even the USA, and you are not even normal, and those hallucinogens should always have been completely and totally legal for people so that they could defend themselves against you. How is it possible that you have treated me disgustingly for 3 years? You, the female sex, and the whore who got me into the mental hospital, was having sex and being supported in the USA for a year? Fine. If you think that you're going to apply your practice to me like this, that this is civilization, then I therefore demand and want to have those hallucinogens in my own hands against all of you and use them against you. In this case, when all you women treat me disgustingly, when I want to go to America, my ex-girlfriend, then you all welcome her with open arms for a whole long year and everything was paid for her. So I will tell you what you are, Mari Lane and Tara Walker, on a hallucinogen. Because of your behavior, you are not humanity, and your behavior is not human. So Tara Walker and Mari Lane, please listen carefully. This that I sent will happen forever, until the end of my life. You women will always treat me disgustingly, and Czech whores will always be having sex throughout America. This is a bad law, and it is necessary to bring out those hallucinogens and use them against you and against the politicians. You are all bastards. And Justin Warner, whomever also deserves to receive at least one a mud wrestling loss, a totally covert face with light brown mud. And Mrs. Ginny Rosencrantz and Patrick also deserve a mud wrestling loss. Can you imagine Justin Warner, all his face covered with mud, including hair? Just sticking out face and himself wondering about his loss? Lost the round? He is about to lose the round over and over again.